Howdy fellas, I hope you're having a good week. I've just about beat the flintlock category to death. Couldn't come up with anything new and unusual or what I thought would be beneficial to you. So what I talk about today is something that's still in the blank powder venue. And this is the Smith&Wesson Schofield revolver, which this particular one is a replica made by Uberti. This came about from the number 3 Smith&Wesson that was improved by Major George Schofield in the early to mid 1870s. It was eventually adopted by the United States Army and used. It had a 7-inch barrel in the cavalry model, but what it used was the 45 Schofield round. How well you can see that this is a Colt round in my left hand and the Schofield round in the right hand. It was just a little bit shorter. Now you could fire the Schofield round in the 1873 Colt, but you couldn't fire the 45 Colt in the Schofield. So eventually the Army said, hey, we got too much 45 Colt ammunition, let's just drop the Schofield. So they did that and used just the 45 Colt 1873 Peacemaker. And eventually they sold the stocks of the surplus Schofields to distributors, and they some of them cut the barrels down from 7 inches to 5 inches, which made a little bit more handier gun. And Wells Fargo Company purchased quite a few of these and did that, cut them down for their agents, and became very popular. They were used by outlaws in the Wild West. I think particularly John Wesley Hardin used one, and some other ones. It became a pretty popular handgun alternative. It is a very, very handy little gun. It's heavy, but it was way ahead of its time in the fact, and part of the reason the cavalry liked it, was you could pretty much unload the thing with one hand, because when you break the latch on the top and push down, can you see that? The extractor actually pushes those rounds up and ejects them. So you could literally ride your horse and reload this thing while you were riding it, not have to do as much work as you did with the Peacemaker. But anyhow, it's a really unique gun, and I really like it. This particular one's chambered in the 4440 caliber. I got that because I've also got an 1873 Winchester in 4440. Which I've had an argument with people before about the 1873 Winchester being chambered in 45 Colt. It is now, but it never was back then. And part of the reason was the design of the rim on the original 45 Colt. It was a balloon head case, and they never could figure out a way to make the 1873 Winchester extract that balloon head case without ripping the rim off of it, so they just chose to never modify it and chamber it in 45 Colt. So that's just a little piece of history. It's a really nice gun. They're a little bit expensive if you buy them as replicas, because they are a little complicated to make them where they machine and will eject those rounds. But if you're into that kind of thing, save up your money, you might want to get one. Appreciate you watching. God bless you. Keep your powder dry. Mind your top nut, Pilgrim.